You ready to do drywall? Are you? Are you sure? Alright, so we've got the electrical pretty much wrapped up, and it is time to start closing in these walls, adding some drywall, and hopefully texture to start making this look like a house again. We're going to start by probably closing up these walls. Those will make the biggest difference. And then we're going to be shimming up most of this in here. There's spots where there's plywood underneath, so we got to shim that. And then I have some drywall shims to just kind of flush everything out. Alright, this is a good area. You can see you got to add some 2x4s here. And then you can see we just need to shim a little bit to kind of flush all that out so the drywall doesn't bend too much. But got to add some backer in that corner as well. But not too much to do drywall wise here, so let's just go ahead and get started. Alright, it's party time. All right, so goal for today is to start getting all this drywall mudded up and patched and done. Nearly there on most of the patching, but good enough to start taping, mudding. Need to patch the ceiling there a little bit, but not much else to say about this. Let's just jump in and get right to it. Okay, these are the tools I'll use. I've got the Hawken trowel here, I've got the mud pan and the knife. I like to use this for taping. Be using this paper tape, and if you've never used it before, if it's not super wet before you put it on, or the mud's not super wet, the tape will just fall right off later. It doesn't bond very well, so you can get the mud super wet in there, which is nice. It's a container, it's stuck there, which, you know, if you get really wet mud on this, you're going to be slipping off. It's hard to manage the mud on that when it's a little bit more runny, so that's just what I prefer. I know people can do whatever, but I just find this to be a lot easier, is putting the super wet mud in there, and I'll show you what that looks like. But for right now, we're just going to do a majority of the fill with this, and take a look where we're just using this. It's just all-purpose. It's pretty thick. It's harder to work, but I like the finish better. It's harder. It resists and stands up better, so I don't ever use topping or joint or anything or any other type of mud. I usually just stick with this, and yeah, like I said, it's really durable. So let's get to it. Showing you, these are the type of holes. I usually just fill these. I know it's a little bit janky, but this is plasterboard. There's diamond lath in there. So cutting a square and then patching it a little bit better than that. I'm just gonna go the longer route and just fill it. You can see the gap here all the way up. So I'll fill that really well, get it flat, and then I'll tape on top. Yeah, and you can see this gap right here. It didn't blow out. It's pretty good. This is ready to tape right now. Kind of same with the rest of it up there. So important to make your cuts pretty accurate if you can. That way you can just kind of tape, saves you time on the mud face. just want to show you this real quick. Sometimes you don't need to get a big tool. You see there's a little bit of a cut there. You kind of just push this around, flatten it out. Grab a little dab of mud and just sort of fill in these gaps. Alright, and then once that's a little sanded, flattened out, painted later, no one will ever know the difference. So sometimes you can just do a little bit at a time. And sometimes, like for this, you just gotta go big. So let's get to it. Okay, so we're finally ready to start texturing this place. This is in the hallway here, and we floated it out, leveled it out, and all that's left is to match this texture over here. I find it easier, so I'm not that good at matching textures. I'll just do the whole wall there. That way it's all my texture style. No one will be able to tell the difference. We'll bury it in the corner here and next to this trim here, and none will be the wiser. We'll just try to do our best. But yeah, this is the hallway here, and this is the room we're in. That's the other side of the wall there. Had to float out a bunch here, and again we'll just texture those sides, bury them in the corner, and then as you can see out here, we had a lot of floating out to do to get this to plane out and be level and perfect. So got a fun texture day going, and let's just go ahead and get to it.